Yes, these massages can help you with belly fat, but the energetic work that I do, like the hypnotherapy, can actually help with that. What happens to the fascia around the belly fat is that this is primarily found in women because women tend to not stand up for their boundaries. They tend to not have boundaries that they can stand up for or put in place. And so what ends up happening is that the muscle tissue around the belly ends up being, the best way I can describe it is it's stretched because the abdomen is the representation of boundaries and standing up for yourself and speaking on how it is that you are expressing yourself. No, I don't like that. Yes, I like this. It's something that I think by societal standards through generations, women have been conditioned to believe they should be more subservient, so they will not rock the boat or say, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. So they end up, it ends up creating the belly area as more elastic. And so these massages that I do can rewind the fascia, but so can the hypnotherapy over time. What is actually happening is you're tightening the muscles, and we do this exercise where we move the fascia either to the left or the right, whatever side is compensating for the other side. And that usually ends up making the stomach flatter. But when you are also, because you mentioned belly fat, so what I'm talking about is usually what women experience, that little pudge section being not as balanced everywhere else. However, if you're talking in terms of actual fat around the body, then the only thing that is going to help with that is a caloric deficit. Now, there is something that happens where a lot of men and women, as they get older, want to not be seen for whatever happened in their life. And this can create a form of holding on to fat and storing fat in the body, meaning it is your metabolic rate in which you're processing the fat actually gets lower and lower and lower. So this is the reason that you see a lot of adults that get to 30 and older saying, oh, it was harder for me to lose the weight. It's actually stored trauma that is wanting them to not be visible to other people, creating a thicker layer of fat to cover essentially the person. So there's two different things. It's like the pudge or the belly fat. Either which way, there is something that can be done with it. And I have also found in my experience that the most of the population is dealing with inflation. So the food that you eat, the water that you drink, I mean, you're supposed to technically get, I think it's either 40 or 60% of your water intake is supposed to be coming from vegetables so that it digests in a certain way within the body. But our vegetables have been so meshed with other things that the water intake has also been lowered. So you have all these different elements, what you use to wash your clothes, right? All these different elements help with creating inflammation of the body. So you actually also want to, the third thing is take a look at the things that are creating inflammation in your body versus the things that are deflating your body and allowing the water retention to be normal. Again, my name is Anna. I use body language, nonverbal communication, and face reading so that you can communicate better, be aware of how you show up, and I help entrepreneurs make more sales.